Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So RRR, or Rise, Roar, and Revolt, is the latest big-time blockbuster Indian film, and this is a Telugu language film, so technically it is a Tollywood film, but if you've ever seen these types of films out of India, then you know exactly what to expect. And so the general story here is we have these two really powerful men on two opposing sides. One of them, Rama Rao, he's on the British officer side. And then on the other side, we have Beam, who is basically a Tarzan. And both of these men actually have reasons for why they're doing things. And because of certain situations, they actually come together. And in this case, they kind of form a friendship and brotherhood, which actually is the core of this movie. But at the same time, we also have the evil empire, in this case, the British Empire, and how all of those things affect these people on both sides. And that's kind of like the overall general story, but there is a lot to it. Now, getting to the thing that I absolutely love about this film is the overall epic nature of this movie. Now, RRR is directed by the same one who directed Bahubali 2, which I actually really enjoyed. It's one of my favorite Indian movies, and also the first movie as well. And both of those movies are one of the highest grossing films out of India to date. And this one so far is the most expensive Indian film, and you can see it all on screen. Everything from the cinematography, the color, the music, the set designs, the costumes, the effects, everything here is really on another level. And if you could actually watch it in a theater, it's probably the best way to watch it. However, if you have a really great home theater system at home with a big screen and sound, then you definitely appreciate it, because this is a big movie and you could see all of it on screen. Now, another thing that this movie does so well is just the overall story itself. This isn't just a simple action movie. There's more to it than that. And so the movie does take a lot of time to establish our two main characters, where they're from, and later on where they're going. And also at the same time, we have everything that involves the British Empire, which is basically our villains, how that affects those two men, how it affects the people and the entire country. So there's a lot of things related to nationalism in here as well. But there's also things about your village, your tribe, the people that you love and care about. There's revenge elements. There's just a lot of things in here. And I think the movie did a great job in bringing you into this story and world. And then the third thing that this movie definitely delivers on is just the action. The action in RRR is, well, it's simply incredible, especially near the end of the movie. You just get so much action, but it's done at such a high production value that you just simply can't take your eyes from it. And at the same time, the action here is very, very satisfying. It's brutal, it's fun, all of those things that you expect from an action movie. But the thing that I really appreciate about this movie is the action complements the story and the characters, which leads me to another thing. I really did love these characters in this movie, and the two actors who played the main characters, Rama and Beam, they did a really great job in really bringing you into their characters, their emotions, their story, and getting you invested in it. And even the side characters as well. I think the acting overall to build up these characters, it was really solid throughout. And then the final thing I would say this movie does really well is just in general, this is a fun, enjoyable movie. There's so many things here that I think RRR does well, but at the same time, there's a lot of things where they didn't have to do, but they spent the time to do it. And because of all these little details, which adds up to a lot, it just makes RRR a really satisfying film that I could actually come back to and watch many times over. And so, yeah, it's that type of movie.
For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at GeekOutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below.
Now, getting to the thing that I didn't like about this movie, well, at least for me, there wasn't anything that I didn't like about this movie. RRR is one of those rare films that deliver on everything that you want, especially when it comes to big blockbuster Indian films. It has everything from action, production quality, the singing, the dance, everything. I loved it so much. And it is also one of those movies that you could come back to and watch over and over again. And it's also going to be a movie that you'll recommend to all your friends as well. And so as you could probably tell, you should definitely watch RRR, especially if you've never seen Indian films. If you just watch this, you really learn to appreciate all the type of filmmaking that comes out of India on a regular basis. So if you actually have any thoughts on this film or any other movies that you've seen recently that you enjoyed, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my Indian film and show reviews, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
And if you're a creative geek like me and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.